Love that shit.
Oh.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the All Kings podcast. I am your host, Corbin, with my co-host, Tate. And today we have on a very, very zesty guest on today. It is the one, the only, truly pineapple. Also known as the only Vicente.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. 9:22 a.m. Sunday morning interview. You know what I mean? Live from Los Angeles. Only for All Kings. Let's get it.
Right before the Mint. T-minus what? 10 days out from Mint?
10 days. Yeah. October 26th. You know.
Let's go.
Noon Eastern time. 9 a.m. Pacific. The VCEEZY V2 will finally hit the digital streets. Go straight into your wallet, baby.
Let's go.
That's big time.
We did it, guys. We did it. You know, y'all go ahead and put the Camelot GIF in here. We did it. No, we did it. We did it. So yeah.
Oh my
What's
gosh.
going on, fellas? Appreciate you guys having me on. Big fan. Been watching all your guys' interviews for how long has it been now?
We're 42 episodes in.
Yeah, it's been like, I think 9 months.
9 months, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna throw this back. We're gonna do a VCEEZY chug. Obviously, not sure how the editing is gonna go down, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
You saw the chug beforehand.
What's up? Let's do this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. It's like you're leading the show right now.
Don't let me monopolize this.
Caller.
I'll monopolize this. Listen.
Oh, you will.
All right, Vicente. Let's get down to business. All right?
No, I want to monopolize this interview. All right, but
you're trying to take over, huh? King Vicente.
I have a list of interviews ready, questions ready for you guys, but I digress.
All right.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What a mess. Love it, bro.
All right, what are the questions? You said you got questions for us. We're ready.
I can't with you, man.
It's not about you guys. It's about the VCEEZY V2 launching October 26th.
That's why you're here, bro.
Turtle Moon launch pad.
Vicente,
Eastern.
what is the inspiration behind the VCEEZY V2?
Wow, great question. Honestly, where do we start? You know, the thing with the VCEEZY project is there's just so much mystery behind this thing. It's we launched last November 2021. It's 11 months to the week today. And VCEEZY, I guess, if you don't mind, if we get into just the concept of VCEEZY.
Yeah. Sure, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of what everyone's always want to know. Like, what is this, right? It started off as the collaboration with Batty Hattie for V1. But the idea is I always, I come from music. I'm in the music industry. Corbin knows a little bit of the history. So my goal with Web3 was always, and to me, it's kind of like every founder and dev should just do what they love already. And yeah. I'm a lifelong musician. I've been playing music since I was 3 years old. I've been in the music industry my whole life. I've never had another job. I'm so fortunate to say that. You know what I mean? So for me, now marrying my passion, I've been in crypto for way too long now. I've been in Hedera for pre-COVID, right? So I've been in this ecosystem for so long now, and I'm like, I'm so passionate about both. I'm like, how do I marry my love for crypto and then my career and passion for music? So I'm like, okay, I want to start a music NFT experience. And ultimately, that's what the VCEEZY is. It's a music. I don't call it an NFT project. I call it an NFT experience because there's so many facets to what we're going to be doing here shortly. So yeah, the VCEEZY is basically at its core, it's a music, fashion, and survival concept. Music, we're going to be doing immersive communal music NFTs. We're going to, I think it's so easy to just sell music NFTs, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have so many artists coming and trying to offload their music that Web2 didn't want. Right? And they think that Web3 is this money grab for their music that didn't pop off. You know, no shade, but facts. Okay, it's going to get really predatory. It's going to get really predatory in the music NFT space. I promise you guys that. But as far as, what we're going to do with the VCEEZY music NFTs is, as you guys have probably seen, VCEEZY is such a community project. It's a collaborative vessel, right? I want everyone to be part of this experience, right? So we've done these these initiatives of like beat making challenges. We've done even like something simple as a chug challenge, right? Having people dox themselves for the vibes. I want everyone to feel like this is their project, right? So we slowly start onboarding people through community activities. And then now it's up to me to figure out a mechanism where I can do creative and communal music NFT making experiences. And that's what's coming soon. So yeah, it's music, music, fashion, and you know, we could get into all these elements later, but that's really what it is: music, fashion, and a story of survival.
So you dropped V1 11 months ago to the week, and you also had that collab with HBAR Punks. How many months? That's pretty early ago. I mean, that was recent.
A couple months ago, it did. So you know, we sold out. We did 250,000 H in over 6 NFTs. So that's huge.
That's awesome.
that's
over.
Shout out to HBAR Punks. You know, that the whole idea is that we partnered up to build a music metaverse. So it's called the Launchpad, and that was kind of the idea, is to like commemorate our partnership in this metaverse by launching these exclusive VCEEZY Punks. And so those are going to have access to, I mean, we could get into that as well. But that was the concept. Is we're doing this thing called the Lift Off, which is going to be a digital music experience. We're going to bring live concerts and music and events to Hedera for VCEEZY and HBAR Punk holders. And I'm actually currently planning our first concert here in LA, and it'll be broadcasted. Wow. It'll be broadcasted on the Lift Off. So there's
very cool.
Shout out to Renly, Patches, and Ping, you know, for deciding to partner up with this lunatic.
So, who will be at this event, artist-wise? Can we get any sneak peeks?
You're looking at him, baby. I am the headliner. I am the opening act. No, I'm just kidding. So another concept behind VCEEZY is it's Web3 is the greatest opportunity to give anyone an equal opportunity to build a community, right? So being in LA, you know, I have access to the best upcoming artists, just straight up, right?
Yeah.
And I work with them, right? I'm a songwriter, producer, and I work with a bunch of labels and stuff. So I have access to the next wave of up and coming artists. So for the Liftoff 1.0, we really want to highlight the next wave of artists that we believe are going to be the future, because that's the way to onboard people to Hedera, is to grow with artists, right? So like imagine the next, Kid Laroi, or the next, Billie Eilish. We get to grow with them. We have them perform on the Liftoff. We have them part of their story. And to me, that's how this works, right? It's like partnering up with Bieber when he was on YouTube early days, right? Everyone wants to, like, if he pops off, then, you're part of that story. Everyone tries when it comes to music is like, why don't you bring Rihanna? Why don't you bring, it's like, listen, they're already famous. They're not going to do anything for us, right? But if you catch
they could.
Well, they'll view it as a marketing opportunity. It'll just be influencer marketing. They're not going to
really grow with it. They're just going to promote it the one time or two times, and then that's it.
Well, because also they are part of the status quo. Why do they want to disrupt what's already made them millions and millions and millions? In Rihanna's case, $1 billion. They love Web2. It works for them.
Yep.
right? So for us, it's highlighting who's next, right? The next Rihanna's, the next, whoever, and highlight
the
them.
Next Kanye's.
Sure, yeah. Shout out to Kanye. He's a little problematic right now, but he's gonna be all right.
yeah, he's gonna be all right.
But yeah, so that's the first concert at the Lift Up will be some up and coming artists and bands here in LA, and hopefully we'll have them part of the VCEEZY music NFTs as well. So everything will be tied together, I promise.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that's one of my. That's one of my favorite things about your server, actually, is like when you just randomly will tag me and be like, yo, here's this new artist that is in the server. I'm like, oh, cool. Let me listen.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we already have, 3 or 4 confirmations from some of the most kind of highly sought after artists right now in LA. They're signed to the biggest agents. They're playing all over town. So they will be, entering the VCEEZY experience within the next few months. So it's going to be sick. The music is fire. I mean, yeah, it's going to be fire.
Yeah.
So
are you more or less looking on, in a way, creating like a record label?
No.
For Web3?
No, I hate that. I hate record labels. I hate
that's good.
Yeah, so it's the greatest form of centralization ever, right? This is
very true.
We want
this is decentralization.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We want, so a brief history. I'm in a band currently. We were signed to arguably the biggest label on earth. So I'm very familiar with, the whole record label process, how predatory it is. And really it just stifles creation and everything that we got into music for. It literally sucks the life out of you. So no, VCEEZY will never be a record label. It's just an opportunity to collaborate with the next wave of up-and-coming artists and just be part of their journey and really curate. To me, it's more like curation, like curate like the best up-and-coming talent. So just think of like a Web3 blog, kind of like, collaboration vessel.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. What level are you in your Discord now, Vicente?
7,000. I have no idea.
You got to be in the 70s, man. I think you've set a record or something at this point.
100%. I'm like late 70s for sure. Yeah. The tough thing about that is it takes like 100,000 XP to like level up when you're in the 70s.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Listen, it's not something I'm proud of, but it is. It is what it is.
The time you invested just to get to level 70s is quite absurd.
And I've never, let this be known, I've never done I've never gifted XP. I've never done, double XP anything. It's just raw XP from the jump. There's been no juicing up the numbers there, so I'd be at 100 if I did the double XP weekend or something like that. No, yeah. that honestly, I never wanted to incentivize just shit posting, right? Like you're either here or you don't want to be here. And I understand it's been a year, almost a year, 11 months, this week from V1. And sure, it's a long time, but listen, like I'm not going to force you to engage. I'm not going to force you to talk. And if you want to be here for the vibes, then be here. Hopefully you are, because it might be beneficial to you in the future. But that's what it is. Yeah, we don't incentivize anything here.
Yeah. So now, Vicente, I got a question.
Sure.
It's kind of off topic. What'd you think of whenever I got Crypto Mason in your server?
Well, the thing is, there's been...
You didn't believe it?
No, I did not believe it. Is he still there, though?
He should be. I can double check for you now if you'd like.
Yeah, you should double check before I call you out on that. Because the narrative is different. No, but...
I did like disguise myself as Crypto Mason once or twice in that server.
Yeah, so that was the thing.
Yeah, you did to prank me.
Yeah, people did the fake Crypto Mason. So it's like when it happened, you kind of like played yourself because no one believed you. You know what I mean? So
yep, I tagged Crypto Mason and it is his account.
Just shout out to Crypto Mason. Listen, Crypto Mason is the first OG. He appeared in the first ever VCEEZY music NFT.
Have you ever heard of VCEEZY?
VCEEZY?
Have you not heard
VCEEZY? 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 How do you spell it? Maybe it'll.
VCEEZY. Have you not heard of VCEEZY, my man?
I have not.
VCEEZY. You want to know more about it? I can hook you up. I got you.
VCEEZY, 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 VCEEZY. How do you VCEEZY, VCEEZY, VCEEZY?
Yeah, he did.
And you guys did too, but no, yeah,
we enabled that.
It's super fire. I mean, we have King Solomon has been someone that's really believed in the project since day one as well. So shout out to everyone that just believes in whatever I'm trying to build here. So including you guys. You guys have been super vocal. Corbin, you specifically. I see all the interviews. Where you're dropping the VCEEZY names and shout outs. So I appreciate all of that.
I gotta throw some subliminals in there all the time.
Listen, I have some fire videos already made. So shout out to Hangry. He gave a lot of love in this last one. So you already know I chopped it up. There's a hot video coming. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Of course.
Thank you.
That's what we're here for. We're here for the growth.
Absolutely.
And we want to see the people who actually do well succeed.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm just mesmerized by these spinning, floating crowns over your head right now. This is amazing. I want to grab it. I want to place one right here. Place one on my mask. Place one on my mask, Corbin. Right now. Do it.
I will. Do you want one or do you want two? We can do double layer crowns for you if you want.
I want 69 of them.
I think my computer would explode if I tried to do that.
It's like circling in space and stuff.
All that. I'll sample that too right now, Tate. Thanks for that.
Of course.
So what else, guys?
You're quite the character, and I love it. Yeah,
that'll be the next challenge.
Hold on. Before we get too far, I want to shout out all the mods in VCEEZY, Fish Wallet, Litter Than Lit, Fresh, Renly, all you guys. I appreciate you guys holding it down. I see you guys in there right now. Like everyone, I appreciate everyone. Thank you guys. Shout out to them, and shout out to obviously the whole community. But the mods are, it's a very thankless job. It's right. Yeah. It's right below being an actual founder. The most thankless job in the world.
Yeah, the activity that you put in as a mod towards like supporting the community and giving like structure to the whole entire atmosphere is a lot. Yeah, and it really sets a good and strong foundation towards the future of any NFT project. Because if you don't have, it's so much to do it all by yourself, and if there's no mods there to support you and to provide that information that say you might not be able to provide in that moment. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be no longevity of a project, because if you can't do it, somebody else needs to.
Facts. Yeah.
And so yes, shout out to those boys.
Shout out and girls. Yeah, it's everything. Gender. I have gender neutral mods, so it's all good. Shout to them.
Fair enough. That's awesome.
All right, so V2 drops soon, as we know.
It does.
What kind of ignited the whole entire idea of you dropping VCEEZY? Like, what gave you the inspiration for one, the name, and two, the whole entire outlook and vision for the project?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you could just rewind to a few minutes ago when I explained it, Tate.
Oh, my dude, you just got pranked. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh?
Music?
I'm messing
I'm just curious about VCEEZY. How'd you come across the name VCEEZY?
I mean, my name is Vicente. My friends call me VCEEZY. That's the vibe.
It's been like that forever.
It's been like that forever, baby. Like it's pretty simple. Listen,
that's amazing. I didn't know if you just came across it.
No,
I didn't know it's like that forever.
Listen,
and that's what we learn in podcasts.
It's very simple. My name is Vicente. My friends call me VCEEZY, and here we are. Like I'm building a world around my sensibilities, like music, fashion. You know, I love drip. Shout out to drip. I love clothes. I love music, and I love storytelling. I'm a songwriter by trade, so I love storytelling. I love universe building. So the idea of like marrying all my passions together into VCEEZY, which is just my name, you know, yeah, I love this stuff. And like going back to the grinding and all, I'm so active on Discord. It's because it's easy. Because I'm talking to my friends about things that I already love and I'm passionate about. Yeah. Right. I love talking about music. I love talking about fashion. I love talking about everything. And it's just what I do already. And I'm being able to share.
I love talking about Truly.
I love talking to Truly. Shout out to Truly. You know, they just gave me the re-up. It's my sensibilities are all over this project. And that's why it's so easy for me to just chirp all day about it. You know, and I think every NFT, every NFT project should just be an extension of yourself, right? So that's what VCEEZY is. It's just me, you know. So here we are.
That's amazing. You're doing it the right way.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are as well.
Because it's like you just said, if it's really just should be a second extension of yourself. Because like you really gotta, if you want something to succeed, you really have to love it. Like if you don't have a true on passion and desire for what your project is and what your motive is, there's going to be no success that comes with it. There might be there could be potentially, but the success you earn is not going to be success that you want. It's just going to be provided to you because of what you're going for. But if you truly love it, then it's limitless.
Bars, boy, bars. No, yeah. I mean, that's really what it is, because we're not really making money here. Right, especially with HBAR being so low, and then you know the mint sizes that we do on Hedera are so small compared to other chains, where it's like we're really not making that much money, right? So it really is passion right now, like building passion. And for me, I'm an artist in every sense of the word. I've been creating my whole life, so I've been very fortunate to be in a position that I've done some cool things in my music career, and now I want to extend these opportunities to literally strangers, right? Because I understand just the gatekeeping mechanism in the music business. It's just so predatory. It sucks, right? And now being inside and being so fortunate to be part of this business, I'd love to extend that to people all across the world that would never have an opportunity to like work with someone like myself, a #1 Billboard, winning songwriter, multi-platinum producer. I'm an artist, I've been signed to the biggest labels. I have all the cheat codes for making it in the music business, and I want to extend that to people who haven't, ever thought that it was possible for them. So yeah, that's really what VCEEZY is about. And really, it's at the core, it's a community project, literally in every sense of the word, from the art to the music. I think the curation will be the secret sauce, right? Because everyone can do music NFTs, but it's like who's behind it, who's curating the experience. I think that's where I think that's where my strength is. But I think, I'm not like a traditional project. Again, that's why I don't call it an NFT project. I call it an NFT experience, because I think you should be malleable and dynamic in your art, right? So no different than like a fashion brand or a tech company bringing in new artists and designers, right? VCEEZY is a community project. I source the best digital artists, right? From Batty Hattie for V1. I have this new artist named Anna Metro helping with V2. I have Ethan Avila, one of the best 3D designers on Hedera, working with us right now. To me, it's about really bringing in the best talent to help bring this vision to life. And that's how I'm approaching VCEEZY. It's different, right? Because I don't ever want it to feel dated, right? Because if you're just doing it yourself, right? If your style kind of comes and goes and the movement moves past your sensibility, like what happens, right? So for me, I'm always going to be bringing in the best artists, the best musicians, the best everything to keep us up to date and keep us going.
Because you want to be the best.
I mean, that's subjective, but we'll be the freshest for sure.
Well, you have him as a mod, so I mean, you already got that going for you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Fresh. He's one of the day ones.
Fresh is, man, yeah, he really is. He supports the whole entire Dare community, and more than just that, the whole entire altcoin community by landslides. And he provides so much value as just an individual who just does his research, and it's so great.
Yeah, he's an
Lots
OG.
of good alpha from that man.
He's an OG of the VCEEZY V1. He minted on mint day, November 12th of 2001, and he's still here, so I appreciate Fresh. And again, all the mods, Fish Wallet, another OG. Actually all my mods are OG from day one. They're original minters, all 4 of them. So shout out to all of them. I mean, imagine like trusting me. Look at this guy with a mask, right? Just, I love you, bro.
Has anybody in your Discord server seen your actual face?
So the thing is, you guys have probably seen me before.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm not famous. Just I want to get it out like right now. For sure. I'm not famous. I know people, shout out to Crypto King. He thinks I've been everyone at a certain point. He's like, bro, you're Kanye. I'm not Kanye. You're Bruno Mars. I'm not Bruno Mars. I'm not any of these guys. I'm a barely internet famous artist. However, I have produced for the biggest pop stars and hip hop artists, probably arguably of all time. Wow. Whose car is that?
It's a great question. I don't know either.
That's what's going on. You threw me off with the car alarm.
The car loved it. That's what it was. So basically, if I look into Kanye, I'll be able to find you somewhere along his journey of production.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's saying no just because he doesn't want me to do it.
Shout out to Litter Than Lit. He's been going through every single... I mean, I'll give you guys some alpha here. I've worked with Rihanna.
That's quite big. Impressive.
Since for a while now. So, I mean, none of this, like, really, guys, like, if you guys really spend time in my server, like Corbin, you've seen, I've posted my platinum plaques. Like, you can see all this stuff. I have on Twitter, like, a couple of my #1 Billboard plaques on the wall. Obviously, I've edited out the names, but, it's all there. Like, I'm not, like, really, really, really trying too hard to hide myself, but I'm just not going to make it easy.
You're not like Metavision.
Of course, and that's really smart way of going about it. And I just want to congratulate you on just all the awards that you've came across in your lifetime, and just the hard work that you put forth to provide to these artists for them to do the things that they've done.
I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you. And it's just been, it's what I do. I've been a musician, like, again, since I was 3 years old. I was so fortunate to have my first #1 record as a teenager. Right. So, like, I've been around this industry since day one, and I'm used to the grind, guys. Like, that's one thing is, like, everyone's like, why are you taking your time? I'm like, guys, I'm in the music business. We work on an album, and sometimes it takes 1, 2, 3 years for it to come out. Right.
Yeah.
I've worked with arguably the biggest hip hop artist of all time who's released 2 albums in 30 years. Right. So, like, to me, it's like, you can't rush this stuff. Like, and this is forever, right? NFTs are forever. Whether the project, the space moves on, that's one thing. But for me, this art will live forever. So I need to be really comfortable that I'm happy with how it exists. Right. So that's, to me, the priority. We're not really making money here, and I'm very fortunate to have a great career. Like, I'm not in this for that. I'm in it to create something that can really, like, shake up the space and then really usher in Web3 music, right? Then that's really my goal here, is really onboard opportunities for whatever music Web3 looks like. I have an idea what it should look like, and we're going to start implementing that soon, but that's really the play here.
And it really seems as if, like, from what you just said there, that you're more or less trying to bring more value to the investor rather than to yourself.
Yeah, well, it's just the concept, right? It's what happens if we even the playing field, right, when it comes to music, right? Like, so historically, you'd have
no more plants.
Sure. Shout out to industry plants. Shout out to all of them. But like, so, you know, I went to a college in DC and I had to move to New York City right after, right, as a teenager to make it in music. It was either New York City or LA at that time, right? So like that, there's been historically these huge like barriers of entry when it comes to music. Now with the internet and all this stuff, it's a lot easier. You could pop off on TikTok. But historically, it was really hard to make it in the music business. So like now, like I've met a few artists in VCEEZY. There was this amazing artist last week that did the VCEEZY Beat Challenge and did this like trap song, and he's rapping on it and shot this music video. Like he's dope. Like I reached out to him and already, right? And just think about that. Like now he has access to me, right? And we're gonna work together. And maybe we should just put out that song and see what happens. IRL, right? Like Web 2, put it out and just see what happens, right? And that just happened because of a beat challenge on a NFT experience, right? Like now what happens if you scale that, right? And you start bringing more talented people. Like there's beat makers in, you know, there's this guy, I don't know what country, like Bulgaria or something, right? And he's really dope. And he entered the beat challenge and he's just like, I'm like, what are you doing in music? He's like, I mean, there's really nothing for me to do with music. I'm like, now there is, right? Send me a beat pack, right? And like now I could get rappers and writers to write over his beat, right? Just because he was in my server. Yeah. And that's the idea here, is I want to bring in...
because he was in your Discord server.
Yeah. I want to bring in all this stuff. And then, you know, we're going to get into like the VCEEZY Song Pods and all these NFTs experiences that are coming. But yeah, I'm going to collaborate with these artists, these talent, these producers, these guitar players, anything. I'm going to work with you through my project and we're going to do music. Like, it's just that simple. Like, to me, that shit is so fire. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had that, like, when I was starting out. And beyond that, like, you don't even have to. You're going to have a place in this project, even if you're not a musician. If you just love music or if you love being part of creative things and concepts, like, you still have a place in this. We're going to do, you know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we're going to do some really cool immersive music making experiences where you could vote on the direction of songs and the direction of creation and art and everything. So, yeah, we're going to have a ton of fun and make some banging ass music.
That's awesome.
Big. That's real big.
Yeah, for sure. It's an experience.
Thank you. And then I'm reading the Discord right now, and CryptoDad was like, show your face. So I want to get into the mask face thing, okay? Like, obviously, I'm in music. I love the theater, right? And growing up, some of my favorite artists, right? The Daft Punks of the world, the Gorillaz, right? MF Doom. Like, even now we have Dead like Deadmau5, Marshmello, right? We never knew their identities at the time, right? We just knew what they represented through their art. So for me, I wanted to bring that concept to the space, right? And I think in a world where we're freaking so overexposed because of social media, I think the coolest shit you have is your mystery. So here I am, baby. Yeah. Vicente.
Yeah. Sponsored by Truly's.
You'll probably make that happen down the line.
I mean, low-key it already did, but shout out to Truly.
Yeah. Got it.
So, Vicente.
Yes, sir.
We're 30 minutes in.
Yes.
And we need to hear more about V2.
Yes. Okay.
Tell us all about it, man. What your experience has been with
the artist.
Yeah, the artist. Yeah. But transitioning from 2D to 3D, and you know what that's all about. How many are there? How many bears are there going to be, and all that good stuff.
Sure, 1,000 V2s. It's very, very limited mint, right? As V1 was, to me, it's like capsule collection. Again, kind of tying back into fashion. To me, if you do little drops, right, it's hot, right? To me, if everyone has it, no one wants it, right? So I will always want to keep the VCEEZY very exclusive. Also, because of the mechanisms when it comes to collaborating and creating music NFTs, it kind of has to stay small for now. But 1,000 NFTs dropping October 26th on Turtle Moon Launchpad. We haven't announced the price. I'm going to announce it this week. You know, we're, close to launch. I wanted to kind of see what HBAR was doing in price. And then also, shout out to Hangry, but it's been Hangry season in Hedera. So I didn't want to let any of the info get lost. But 1,000 NFTs, 2 drops. Drop 1 is going to be 500. That's October 26th. And then drop 2 will be announced after. There's different characters in both drops. It's super exciting. We have a new artist named Anna Metro. She's doing the 3D stuff. She's super talented. And I wanted to bring in someone new to the space because I didn't want someone to me, it's, again, like I mentioned it earlier, it's about keeping the brand fresh, right? Always bringing in new perspectives, new artists, right? That aren't like already, they feel like, okay, this is what Hedera should look like. They didn't really know anything about Hedera, and I love that, right? I'm like, let me, curate this experience through your hands. Excited about the art. It's full bear, right? So body up, feet to head, because again, the fashion, the fashion play. Obviously, we have merch coming. We have a lot of opportunities. To me, it's like when you go full body, it's basically a billboard, right? You have an opportunity to really create from head to toe. And to me, it's like when you do otherwise, you're just leaving so many opportunities on the table. So all this stuff is coming. And it's cool when you have like a full body, because like the PFP, you could personalize it. Like right now on the Discord, I have my PFP as a zoomed in shot of the shoes, right? And then someone else has a zoomed in shot of the chain, or you could do the head or the full body. And it's kind of like you personalize your already one of one even further. Right. So, there's just a bunch of cool, things coming for V2. But, the real play is obviously the music NFTs. And I'll give you guys some alpha. We have an experience called Lost Tapes that's coming after we mint, where we're going to implement just the art is super fun. We're done with it already. It's going to be music compartmentalization. So there's going to be little bits of each beat on each tape. So say like you have the drums on one tape, then you have the keys on another tape, and you have the bass line on another tape. Your job is to collect all these tapes, make the song together, send it back, and we'll send you the full beat. Right. And so it's going to be a full like communal engagement moment where like, it's kind of like a scavenger hunt. It's kind of like a trading opportunity. And these are like the things that I want to do. It's kind of like a gamification of NFTs, right? But through music, right? You're kind of creating these beats along the way through these existing musical pieces that are existing out there. So there's just a bunch of stuff like that that's coming, to V2.
That's actually really cool. So it's basically like additional, in a way, from what I got from that, is like additional NFTs that have their own specific like sounds or noises and stuff, and you basically put them all together.
Yeah, so in music they're called
to create one noise, like to one beat.
Yeah, so in music, so you have a song. I'll just do a quick breakdown. A song is like, say, the master, right? The final. And then within the song, you have stems, right? So you have the drums. If you solo that, that's called a stem. So you have a drum stem. If you have the bass line. So they're basically stems attached to the NFT, right? So you'll have like an NFT that is just the drums, right? And you'll have like a name of the beat and a key to the beat, right? And a BPM to the beat, a tempo of the beat, right? So then you have to find the matching ones, right? To make it come together. So it's going to be really fun. And the art is killer. And it's just, I'm super excited about all this stuff. It's hard to like not talk about it, but there's a little bit of the Alt Kings exclusive, the VCEEZY Lost Tapes. They're coming right after the V2 mint.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We need an exclusive Alt Kings beat.
Okay,
that we can record on top of, and I can rap and get. Yeah.
Where's your?
I don't know if you knew or not, but I am a up and coming rapper. Who?
Well, I already see the chain.
I mean, you see the chain, but I'm an up and coming artist. It's called the Alt King.
That's crazy, because there was a beat challenge that you could have jumped on, but I don't know what you're doing.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
I've been busy. I've been working with Kanye. I've been working with Shakira. And I got a lot in the making right now.
Shout out to all of them.
What's been the most difficult part of the project to develop?
I think it's just the space being early, right? So I knew I wanted to do a music concept. The space is so small that you really can't cater to musicians on Hedera because there isn't that many, right? Not enough to like scale a project. So then it's just kind of, again, being malleable, being water, right? Figuring out, okay, if I want to do music, I know where the goal is, right? I know I want to onboard musicians and create opportunities for creatives. How do I reverse engineer that with the small community we have? And to me, it was just kind of doubling down on my presence and activity in Discords and servers and kind of like, becoming ingratiated with the community, people getting to know me, getting to trust me. So it's just really sweat equity, I would say. And it's not really a difficulty. I enjoy it. I love this community. I've been part of the Hedera NFT space since inception. So September of last, 2021. It's been over a year now. So it's just putting in time. But again, I don't view it as a difficulty. It's just talking to a bunch of friends, who we've all become close with each other over the last year and talking about music and cool shit. So no, it's just sweat equity. And again, I'm in the music business where that's just a prerequisite. So I'm used to it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make sense. So
That's awesome.
where?
Well,
yeah. So where do you see VCEEZY in the next 5 years and the next 10 years?
Sure. Yeah. So I really the future for Vicente and VCEEZY is to really help build tech that'll not only benefit VCEEZY, but also onboard musicians and artists and music lovers, right? And I'm actually we're currently developing tech right now that we should have within the next 4 to 6 months, right? So to me, it's just everything is a proof of concept, right? To me, Vicente entering the Hedera community was a proof of concept, getting to know everyone, right? Becoming friends with everyone, introducing a project, building these relationships, networking along the last year, and slowly building. To me, like, again, the VCEEZY artist team, shout out to Batty Hattie, shout out to Anna Metro, shout out to Ethan Avila, and I have an incredible new thing we're not talking about yet with arguably the biggest artist on Hedera right now, who everyone's going crazy over. So there's a lot of, it's just we're like the Avengers, right? Just view VCEEZY as the Avengers of an NFT experience, right? So what do you do when you have all that, right? When you have all these people and all this talent, to me, is you just can't stop. Like, I will never do the same thing twice, right? Going back to, we went from pixel to 3D, right? And now we're going to continue just pushing the envelope as far as like what it should look like. To me, it's always be water, always just be malleable and move with the space. And then hopefully when you have enough of a community, then you can start taste making yourself. And that's when we're bringing in the tech soon and building apps and things that musicians can benefit from. So that's the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're good. But really,
that's the 5 years.
Yeah, really, the goal is like I want to bring in also the easy way is bring in artists, right, that can become tomorrow's next superstars. And if VCEEZY was part of their story, then I did my job. Right? If we help this next wave of artists with introducing them to new communities and new opportunities, and again, providing an opportunity for them to have a new stream of revenue, right? Like all these stuff, this stuff matters for artists, right? Like it's just such a predatory system, Web 2 and the infrastructure of record labels. And I mean, that's a 5-hour conversation, but like, it just shouldn't be that way. And Web 3 is the opportunity for people to take their destiny into their own hands.
VCEEZY is the anti-label.
I am. Yeah, I get that a lot. Are you a record label? No, fuck labels. Labels are so whack. And anyone that says they want to be a record label in Web3 is whack too. Shut up.
No worries, because we've had a future record label on our podcast.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's taking something that was predatory in Web 2 and say, I want to do that in Web 3.
Yeah, understandable completely. I'm here to support anybody who wants to be creative and has a vision towards a goal.
I'm not just kidding. That's the thing is like, again, everyone just has to be careful when it comes to the concept of music NFTs and stuff, because it's just so easy to be like, we want to take down music streaming. We're the next Spotify. It's like, bro, like that Spotify was not profitable for 7 years, and they had hundreds of millions of VC money backing them through those 7 years. Like you're not taking down Spotify with a 0.06 cent HBAR and a 100,000 H investment from the HBAR Foundation. It's not going to happen, bro, because I do consulting for these companies right now in IRL, and they burn through money like nothing, and they still fail. So not to say that anyone's going to fail. I'm just saying it's such an endeavor to try to like disrupt the status quo. To me, it's not disrupting the status quo. It's just providing a new lane in Web3 for something. Right. And we have to figure out what that is. And I would like to be, there's going to be many of me. I would just like to be one of them, right? Curating that experience.
And I mean, I feel like as if you already are, in a way.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Yeah.
You're already paving the way for music on Hedera and just producing on Hedera, more or less. And you're bringing more eyes and guiding more people into the Hedera ecosystem more than a lot of people out there already. And just you as a creator can help just move the space in a faster route.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah. We're going to bring in a lot of artists here soon. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I look forward to it. It's very exciting.
Did you mint a boon? So you're finally, because you hadn't held any NFTs before, right? Hedera NFTs?
Correct.
So you're in. Shout out to Hangry.
I'm going to use potential boon profits to mint VCEEZY.
Well, shout out to Boons for the sacrifice.
Don't worry, Vicente. I will be mentioning VCEEZY.
Let's go. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't the first, but you know what? I'll take the sloppy seconds.
I'm just thankful I didn't have to get the tattoo.
We forgot about the tattoo.
Oh, your whitelist just got revoked.
That's it. So, all right, guys, are we good? Can I ask you guys some questions or what?
If you have questions, by all means, we're here for it.
Wait, did we get everything? You guys have any questions for me? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Me personally, you've cleared up everything that I've had to ask. I mean,
me too.
You've explained everything about V1 and V2. Yeah, more or less.
Okay. So let's turn this around, guys. I want to know about the All Kings.
Wait, that's illegal.
How did you guys meet?
Okay.
What do you?
Target. Okay. So here, I'll give you a better background. So I was born in a suburb right outside of St. Louis on the Illinois side of the river, and I grew up there my whole entire life. And then about a little over 2 years ago, I moved down to Orlando because my parents got sick and tired of the cold, and also COVID was going on then. And so I moved with my family there. I was like, why not try something new, try something fresh? And I was already working at Target at the time in Illinois, and so I migrated down to Florida and instantly, thankfully, had a job during the midst of COVID. And I was just kind of starting my crypto journey then. And when I get to Target, I'm making friends because I'm pretty good to make friends with. I like to talk a lot and just get to know people pretty well. And I came across Corbin at Tech. Initially, we weren't friends, really. We kind of exchanged words here and there, but then I brought up to Corbin. I said, hey, you in crypto at all, man? He said, no, not really. I said, you should look into XRP.
Nice.
Next day he comes back knowing more than I've ever known about XRP. And that kind of just, sparked the whole entire friendship.
There you go. That's the All Kings origin story. We love that.
Yep.
More or less.
We love that.
Yep.
So now you got, I love that story. So now you guys are across again. You guys aren't in the same city anymore. Has it been difficult doing this podcast, in different cities?
I mean, Corbin, you can put in your own input towards this too. I kind of like it a little better, to be honest. I mean, the in-person was great because we were able to show a lot more emotion and express a lot more. But, like, the setup and the way we do things now, like with the crowns above our head and stuff, you really can't beat that.
Wow, look at that crown. Look at that crown go.
Yeah.
Where's my crown?
You're gonna sample that too.
Where's my crown?
It's gonna be here.
All right, fair enough. Appreciate it.
But yeah, no,
we need to put the CZV2 on his mask, right below his mouth.
It. Put that right there.
Yeah. I'll arrange that. Yeah, just yeah, exactly. Yeah, personally, I preferred in person more because there's like an extra layer of dynamics there of like, I don't know if human connection is the right word. I like it. It just like when you're talking to somebody in person, it's always going to be different than like a Zoom call or something. I don't know why in particular. I think it might be because you can actually like look at people in the eyes or something. I don't know. But it is from an editing perspective. I like this a lot more, like a lot more. I don't have to go in and clean up the audio for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because Vicente, basically what this platform does is provides 3 separate video files, 3 separate audio files, and then it's basically seamless to get ready to set up and upload.
You know what that's called? You know what that's called, right?
Yeah.
Stems.
What?
There you go.
Yep.
Shots a lot.
See, I've had some friends in the past. I've had some friends in the past who do some like producing and stuff for obviously just like neighborhood friends and stuff like that, and who have tried to take it. Like my friend, shout out to Gavin. You guys don't know who he is or anything. He's a ginger, but he's been producing for some time now. He's been producing for some time now, and he actually almost had one of his beats be used for one of Yeat's songs.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but one of his friends in the producing area or space got one of his beats produced by Yeat, or with Yeat. Sorry, I'm not the best with technological terms in this space, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you should bring him into VCEEZY because we should get to know each other, and maybe I can help him out.
I'll see what I can do. See, it sucks because before I met Corbin, I really knew nobody who talked about crypto that much. I mean, I had some people who kind of had, like their input and like, oh, I'm into Bitcoin, I'm into Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, but like nobody like has really taken a deep dive into the crypto space to find Hedera, XRP, and stuff like that. And I mean, we've used this crypto podcast to more or less expose people to those spaces and to give them more an understanding of what these tokens are and what these projects are, more or less. And it's been just hard finding people in real life who really understand the crypto space for what it actually is.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. I think that's why music NFTs are so important. Right, yeah. Because I think it's the greatest like onboarding mechanism because it's something that people already know and love, right? And I think the spirit behind the concept of Web3 musicians and giving an opportunity for musicians and artists to survive really will resonate with just people that are outside of crypto. It's like, man, I get to like support artists directly and be part of these cool music experiences, and that's something that I already love. Versus like, oh, like I gotta just buy an NFT. I could just screenshot it, right? The whole argument. Yeah, but it's like if you provide experiences, right, with things that people are, you're giving something they already love, which is music. Who doesn't love music? So, yeah, I think, just tell him there's a music NFT experience, of course, that he can be part of, and he can collaborate with people in the industry and up and coming artists that you never know. You never know. Listen,
very true.
I was in my dorm room, bro, like making beats on a shitty $300 computer. And literally within 6 months, my life changed and I produced the #1 record. Right. So like, I'm a big, you never know guy. Right. Then the prerequisite, the secret ingredient is you just got to put yourself in a position to win. Right.
Consistency. That helps a lot.
For sure. And timing. Timing is the biggest X factor, like the one thing you can't control. But no, I'm excited. Have them come through. Have them hit me up.
I got you.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. Wait. So one last question for you guys. So what's next for All Kings? Where do you guys go now that you guys are across the country? What's next? Where do we go? Where's the 3 years from now?
All right. Well, this is the time. This is the time to tell all of the good. But me and Corbin have planned a potential NFT project down the line. I'm not going to shill the artist yet, but just know he's big, and
you might know him.
Potential NFT, you definitely know him. NFT project coming soon. We want to do. I'd love to host in real life events, like we're actually able to get these altcoin spaces connecting.
Yeah,
like in real life rather than just through the internet. But I mean, there's a lot. I mean, if you've seen, we have dropped our website where there's merch there. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you've lasted until these 50 plus minutes long that we've hosted this podcast for, if you do buy merch, just know, like, getting whitelist for a bunch of these other top tier projects, buying merch from us is going to give you so many incentives towards our project.
Wow. We love that. We love that security. Shout out to Gary.
These are not security tokens. These are not security tokens. These are just more or less incentives.
Listen. Let me give you one that's incredibly exciting. I'm going to go to the website right now. I love the hat you're wearing. It looks like it's great quality. It looks like I'm definitely going to definitely going to look into this. But Tate, you can't do forward facing marketing messages like this. Okay, you can't promise added value. Let's get this project going.
I didn't say what the value was, though, Vicente.
You said that you're going to get.
All I said was there's going to be value.
I love that. You said there's going to be an exclusive Vicente NFT if you purchase this hat. You know what I mean? And you're going to get that. We love that. Well, when do you guys have an idea, a timeline for your project?
End of year, you'll start seeing sneak peeks.
All right. Well, let me give you two out before you guys suck all the liquidity out. You know, if there's any leftover after hangry. You know? All right, guys. Well, that sounds exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of the show. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, wow. You're closing it off for us now.
That's it. You know, I told you I was going to monopolize this conversation for you guys. I was on my best behavior.
I love the energy. And I love just the initiative that you take towards asking these questions. I mean, because if you think about it, Corbin, we've never really had any people come onto the podcast and ask us questions.
Yeah, there you go.
That's true.
I mean, that's very true. We always have to appreciate what you guys are doing. And, you know, I think, again, storytelling is important. So we want to know. We want to know who are the people behind it. So that's cool that you guys met, you know, during the dark period, COVID, and then, you know, crypto brought you guys together, and now you guys are here hosting an amazing show on YouTube and a great podcast, and you finally, you know, are ending your season finale with VCEEZY and Vicente. You could cancel the show; it's over. Just go to your NFT project from now.
Yeah.
One last question before you guys go. Was it weird talking to me wearing this mask and sunglasses?
No.
Love it.
I'm trying to visualize your face behind the mask.
That's what I've been trying to do too.
I'm gorgeous.
I see the eyebrows.
Yeah.
I see the nose structure. And I'm just trying to picture what Vicente actually looks like.
Yeah, I'm gorgeous, guys. That's it. You guys have to know.
It gets all the bitches. All right, now let's get this truly going. Vicente, it's been a true honor hosting you on this podcast. We got to learn everything about your past, present, and future of VCEEZY. And we really look forward to potentially hosting you down the line on our podcast because you've got a lot coming. And we look forward to the artists that you host with your production and with everything. Once again, thank you very much.
Wait, hold on, guys. VCEEZY V2, October 26th on Turtle Moon Launchpad.
Be there or be square.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Shout out to All Kings.
We love you too. And ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, this has been the All Kings podcast, and we will see you next episode. Peace.
Throw the hat. No hat throw? What happened to the hat throw? Is it over?
Yeah, the hat throw kind of died.
Guys, consistency. Consistency is key.